Can inner faith change the course of a family's life? After years of chronic illness, I found new hope and restful sleep the night I read Juan Falun. That personal shift led my husband and our family to embrace Falun Dafa during the hardest of times, a cancer diagnosis. His recovery became the heart of a journey that brought resilience, deeper connections, and healing into our home. Through sincere practice, we discovered peace and strength we never thought possible. I hope our story brings you encouragement wherever you are on your journey. I started practicing Falun Dafa in February 2010 because I was told it would help me recover from illness. I have since walked firmly on the cultivation path. My husband and daughter received blessings for treating Dafa with kindness, and my daughter also began practicing Dafa cultivation. A dream came true. I suffered from various illnesses before beginning Falun Dafa cultivation practice. I took a lot of medicine and spent a lot of money, but my conditions never improved, and the illnesses kept recurring. I even suffered from drug poisoning. My fingernails turned purple. I was in great pain and wished new medicines would be developed that would cure my many illnesses, but deep down in my heart, I knew this was just a dream. I later encountered something even better than that dream. I was able to eliminate all my illnesses without taking any medicine. I was told that Falun Dafa had miraculous effects in healing and improving health, and it was suggested in February 2010 that I read the Falun Dafa book, Juan Falun. That very night, after reading this treasured book for just over 2 hours, I recovered from my year-long insomnia. I was extremely excited. It truly was a miracle cure. From then on, I was free from the torment of insomnia. I couldn't live without reading Juan Falun and wanted to read it whenever I had time. The more I read, the clearer my mind became. I recovered from my many illnesses without treatment. It was unbelievable. I feel so happy and fortunate to have cultivated in Dafa in this lifetime. As I studied the Fa more, I came to understand that being a good person brings rewards and that life's hardships are caused by karma. Because of this, I resolutely stepped onto the path of cultivation. From then on, I held myself to Dafa's principles and strived to be a good person by correcting bad behaviors and walking the path of returning to my true self. Though the road is sometimes rough and difficult, I firmly believe that everything Master arranges is the best. I will cultivate myself well along the path Master arranged to live up to Master's compassionate salvation. Supporting me in my Falun Dafa cultivation, my husband recovered from cancer. My husband suffered from chronic enteritis before I began cultivating. He had taken medicine for many years, but never recovered. Not long after I began cultivating, his enteritis was cured. From the start, he supported my faith study and doing the exercises. He had also suffered a lot due to my illnesses. He prepared Chinese herbal medicine for me and sought out treatments. For my gynecological issues alone, we visited renowned doctors for years with no success. He also longed for me to be free from illnesses, so he supported my cultivation very much. As I studied the Fa more deeply, I realized that helping people understand the truth and quit the Chinese Communist Party was the only hope for their salvation. I started by clarifying the truth to my husband. He had been a top leader in his workplace and had just stepped down. He had been deeply poisoned by the CCP's propaganda and initially refused to quit. After I persuaded him multiple times, with Master's strengthening, he finally agreed to quit. I felt relieved that he was saved. However, he was strongly opposed to my clarifying the truth about Dafa to our relatives and friends. Later, I did it when he wasn't around, and many of them benefited from knowing the truth. Although fear made my husband say things he shouldn't have said, deep down, he knew that Dafa was good. Several times, he found truth clarification materials on our apartment door and brought them inside. He was also outraged by Jiang Zemin's persecution of good people. With just these small good deeds, Master helped him through tribulations. During the pandemic, my husband tested positive but recovered in just 3 to 4 days without taking any medication. My husband later noticed blood in his stool and thought it was just common enteritis. To find the cause, the doctor recommended a colonoscopy. After the procedure, we found out how serious it was. He had 3 cysts in his intestines and a 5-centimeter mass suspected to be malignant. This was later confirmed by a biopsy. My husband had always been healthy and full of energy, showing no signs of illness. Our son-in-law recommended a district hospital for a definitive diagnosis. After the examination, the doctor advised immediate surgery. 3 days later, my husband had the operation, and it was a success. After surgery, he had to undergo chemotherapy. As everyone knows, chemotherapy severely damages the body. My husband went through only 1 round before stopping. During this period, I clarified more truth about Dafa to him, and he listened. I told him that sincerely reciting Falun Dafa is good, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good, is a divine remedy from heaven and his hope for salvation. At first, he didn't quite believe it, but after my repeated persuasion, he finally started reciting the phrases. I also showed him the 9 commentaries on the Communist Party, other truth-clarifying materials, and Master's new lecture, How Humankind Came to Be. He read them all and also listened to Master's lectures. I was very happy for him and grateful to Master for giving him this opportunity. Although surgery and chemotherapy severely harmed his body and he lost about 20 pounds, he recovered quickly because he chose to believe in Dafa and received Master's protection. He regained his weight and became healthy again. I know all of this resulted from Master's immense compassion. Master helped my husband understand the truth, reduce his karma, and gain a beautiful future. I'm deeply grateful for Master's compassionate salvation. My daughter was blessed after cultivating in Dafa. When I began practicing Falun Dafa, my daughter was already working and only came home occasionally. When she returned home, I told her that I had started practicing Falun Dafa, and I explained the truth to her. She readily accepted Dafa and supported my cultivation. This planted the seed of cultivation in her heart, and she later also began practicing. After marriage, my daughter gave birth to a girl. I helped take care of the child. As soon as my granddaughter began to speak, she could say, Falun Dafa is good, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good. Whenever she wasn't feeling well, she listened to Master's lectures and recovered quickly. Now in middle school, she is intelligent, well-behaved, and consistently ranks at the top of her class. One day, my daughter told me she was pregnant again. I said, "That's wonderful. This child is a gift from Master, a blessing from heaven." During the ultrasound, we clearly saw the baby with its hands pressed together in a gesture of respect. We felt it was truly miraculous. We are deeply grateful to Master for everything he has done for us. When the due date came, my daughter smoothly delivered a healthy baby boy weighing 6 pounds. Both mother and child were healthy. My grandson has heard Master's teachings since he was little. His first complete sentence was, Falun Dafa is good, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good. Master has given him the very best. The child is intelligent, healthy, lively, and well-mannered. I am deeply grateful for everything Master has given us. As a disciple, I can only be more diligent, truly cultivate myself, validate the Fa, save people, and live up to Master's immense grace. To learn more about Falun Dafa, its teachings, or the challenges faced by practitioners in China, Check out the links and resources in the description below. There you'll find further reading, trusted reports, and ideas for supporting human rights and religious freedom. If this story inspired you or touched your heart, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It helps us reach others who may need a story of hope.